A man as talented as he is, I think could do most anything that he decides he wants to do.
You know, I didn't choose this life, it chose me. Yes, I knew I was destined for greatness, but I would never expect I would change the world in so many ways, especially coming from such humble beginnings.
God has been kind to me and blessed me that I could get out there and have some successful movies. I'm just a simple country boy trying to put one foot in front of the other.
Well, I mean, you know, this I really shouldn't say on camera, but...
But he does say it anyway. He claims he's God.
All sentient beings have the Buddha nature within them, which means they are all, you know, sort of God.
That's quite an admission from the famous actor.
My name is Steven Seagal.
I'm Steven Seagal, and
You may know me as an actor, musician, lawman, martial arts master, environmentalist, animal lover, spiritual guru, Russian diplomat, and of course international sex symbol. Not my words.
Stephen, you're a very attractive man, and a little bit of a heartthrob as well. Have you always found it so easy to attract the ladies?
well, yeah, I mean, you know, ladies seem to like me once in a while, but to be honest with you, I love the fuck out of cookies.
I was born in Lansing, Michigan, or was it Tibet? Maybe it was Mongolia, or Mount Olympus, possibly Asgard. Hard to say. I was born from a mother who was found in a shoebox when she was born. My mother was American Indian. My mother was a Mohawk. My grandmother was Native American, French, Italian, Russian, Mongolian, and part wolf, but definitely not Irish Jewish at all.
I'm Russian. Yeah, I have some Italian on my mother's side and some French and Russian on the other. But my grandmother, who surely looks pure Mohawk, and I'm pretty sure she is. I'm a Russian Mongol, and I'm Russian.
I'm a little bit Asian and was raised over there. And
My family are from Vladivostok and Belarus, and you know.
My father was a Russian Mongol.
Part of his family are from Texas, so.
I think that my mother's side is probably Irish.
Like Vladimir Putin.
As a kid, I was frail, or maybe I wasn't. Often people make up lies about me, but we'll get to that later. By the age of 7, I had already mastered Aikido, blues guitar, and became the leader of an all-black band.
I've been playing music since I was born, you know. I was interested in martial arts from 5 years old. I've been playing since I was a baby. Yeah, I mean, I started playing music almost before I started anything.
I don't know what color I am, but I know one thing. I was the only one that wasn't black that I knew that played exactly like them, because I was raised with them. I didn't learn from a record. Black.
Skip ahead a decade and I moved to Japan to learn martial arts.
In Japan, this man is known as Take Sensei, the samurai master. He's an expert in the culture and philosophy of Japan, but he wasn't born there. His name is Steve Seagal.
The founder of Aikido was also a mystic, you know.
I was born clairvoyant. I was born a healer. I was born very different.
I was fascinated by some old bloke who was equally fascinated by my dishwashing skills.
Well, actually, I started studying karate at a very young age. I sort of lied about my age and got a job washing dishes at a restaurant. One of the cooks there was a guy called Sakamoto Sensei, and he saw that when I was washing the dishes and moving around that I moved very fast. And yeah, その乱暴のところに入ってきたらね、その時々悪い人の人をいじめたりね、いろいろこうかけてくるでしょう。我々はそれも喜んでね、そういう歓迎したね。We're happy to oblige.
There are rumors I solely went there to avoid being drafted in the military. Wrong. I then became the first Westerner to open an Aikido dojo in Japan.
This is Steve Seagal, the only non-Japanese Aikido master ever in the history of Japan to own and operate an Aikido school on Japanese soil.
You were a health fitness expert, right?
No. I was teaching the martial arts.
teaching it too?
Yeah, thousands of people from all over the world. I taught in Japan. People say that isn't technically true, that I was just managing my wife's father's dojo, but I say, if you say something enough times in interviews, it becomes true. Also, fuck them. Oh, and I also fought the Yakuza and many other people. I grew up in a very, very dangerous area, an area that was all gangsters, Yakuza, fighting every day. In Shinjuku and in Osaka, when I finally went there. Come to your dojo or your house and say, it's on right now. Yeah. One of us is going to live and one of us is going to die. They taught me honor, discipline, and how to fight, but I dismissed all of that and run by my own code of honor.
Yeah, now you owe me some good pussy.
Seagal put a stuntman's face literally through the glass for real.
You sit down with this sweet little, nice girl, and who seems to just adore you and all this and that, and you're a perfect gentleman, and, unbelievable. How can you combat that? The way you combat it is by, let's not ever do an interview again to show these there's a bunch of I won't even dare tell you what I think it is. It was just some dumb that is a liar. If I ever see her again, I'll tell her to her face. I think she belongs in a zoo.
So Steven Seagal hits the shit out of people. Some people go along with it, some people don't.
Did I work with the CIA while I was in Japan? Obviously, I cannot say, but yes. Yes, I did.
You can say that I've worked with people who were in the CIA and worked for the CIA. I don't ever talk about what I've done, but a couple people have an idea.
CIA. Have you ever been involved? Do you know people at the CIA?
I did a couple of things, once or twice.
Did you or did you not work with the CIA? Did you actually have a job with the Central Intelligence Agency?
I like the way you say that. Well, it's kind of a personal thing, Dave. It's a little it's tough to talk about.
You can't talk about it? So that means you were with the CIA.
Were you drafted by an agency or someone that wanted to take advantage of your fact that you were an American and a martial artist and someone who may have known the country?
Something like that,
Something like that?
In the early 80s, I decided to leave my wife and children behind, take the last of her money and dash off to Hollywood, where I started teaching some Hollywood folk that would eventually propel me to become the apex action star of the 80s and 90s.
Steven opened a dojo in Los Angeles and attracted a lot of Hollywood heavyweights, Sean Connery, James Coburn, and super agent Michael Ovitz, who represented the hottest stars.
Now, didn't Michael Ovitz have a start in your career too?
He's somebody that I was teaching the martial arts to and was a friend of mine.
Did he agent you?
Yes, he did.
Not bad.
I guess the truth of the matter is that the president of Warner Brothers was a friend of mine, and he had been very interested in me as an actor for a long time. He felt that I was very charismatic and that I had a look. Arnold, who? Sylvester, what? Jean-Claude Van Dickhead?
Look at it, fuck it!
Whilst there, I wanted to have my cookie and eat it too, so I remarried Adriana LaRusso while still married to my wife in Japan. I wanted another cookie, so I started banging Kelly LeBrock while still married to those two. But I could do whatever I wanted because I am Steven fucking Seagal. I may have been a bad boy and done it. You've done well.
I hope that was as good for you as it was for me.
Above the law, hard to kill, marked for death, under siege. I was the man who whispered and squinted at the same time.
Are you always armed?
Yes.
Nice to meet you. I got to clean up my house after that neighbor's child came and dirtied it up, and then
I want you to take me someplace where I can find some drugs and some women.
I'll arrange that for you. Cool. All right.
And you bet your ass I kept looking for that son of a bitch.
Anybody seen Richie? Anybody know why Richie did Bobby Lupo? Anybody seen Richie? Huh?
But eventually, Hollywood betrayed me. They said I was hard to work with. Just because I rewrote every script so that my character was unbeatable, psychic, and irresistible to 18-year-old women. All I do is write about my life. Jealousy is disgusting. I mean, I am the king of improv, if you'll forgive my saying so.
I try not to act, I think the most important thing in acting is to not act.
I reinvented myself. I had a genius idea. What if I make 50 shitty movies a year, mumble all of my dialogue, and film all my scenes sitting down looking like Jabba the Hutt?
This is called Rosabella de Londres. It's nice you're still ethical, that's good.
Full Woodall Martins are also very, very beautiful, so...
I must be a dumb motherfucker or something because I feel like I'm talking to a retarded child. Quickly! Quickly!
Critics called it lazy. I call it efficiency. I even created Shirjitsu, the art of fighting while seated. I'm not saying I necessarily created mixed martial arts, but I basically did. Am I the inventor of kicks and punches? Of course.
The secret style or the secret arts that he wouldn't teach almost anyone, which did have to do with killing people and did have to do with techniques that could take a life and so forth and so on. I would show some of the technique in the movies, but most of the real, what we call uraden, we kept secret, until now.
And I train champions.
Let me tell you this, the guys that I'm training in UFC, some of them have gotten their championship belts, world championship belts, because they've attributed that to me and me teaching them, so I still know a thing or two.
I was done with movies and acting, but not done being a badass. I quit playing an ex-Special Forces badass Supreme Champion and decided to do it in real life. Again, I became a cop in Louisiana.
I make a living in the movies, but for the past 20 years, I've also been a cop.
It was a perfect opportunity to use my black voice as often as possible.
Y'all ain't got no crack up in there? You look like there's some crack up in there. Lord have mercy. Hi, Mama. Don't come too hard when you get home. That's your baby? Where Mama? How did Mama let him go? So why they talking like that?
Unfortunately, that didn't last long because I ran over a dog in an armored vehicle and stretched the catering budget to the limit.
Right now, my team and I are gearing up to take down the suspect wanted for animal cruelty, allegedly raising roosters for cockfighting.
Yovera was convicted of a misdemeanor last year of attending a cockfight and has no history of owning weapons.
Given what we know about this guy, we feel that it's going to be safest to deploy SWAT. We hope to take the suspect and anybody else who's inside the house by surprise.
That they did, including the suspect's 11-month-old puppy, which was apparently right here.
Brace yourself, guys. We were able to catch our suspect by surprise without anybody getting hurt. Animal cruelty is one of my pet peeves.
115 birds were euthanized on the spot, and thousands of dollars in damages were made to the property.
Critics slam Seagal and Arpaio, saying they staged the event just for the cameras.
To help actor Steven Seagal's TV show, Lawman.
But they did let me keep the police badge. That was pretty cool.
Hey man, Steven Seagal here, he's a movie star. Or you can wipe that out of your head and think Steven Seagal can save my life. Because that's why I'm here.
As I decided to wind down my career on the screen, I put my best chins forward and churned out some classic movies. Passion projects, not just vehicles for money laundering.
Шутка. Хорошо.
Я дурак, пидорас. Coincidentally, around that time, I became a Russian citizen and best friends with
Vladimir Putin.
And a geopolitical god.
Well, Steven Seagal, because he's a black belt and a very well-respected actor. He knew we were going to Russia. He's gotten to know many of the leaders of Russia, including Putin, and was able to use that influence to make sure that we got to talk to the very top people.
Стивен Фредерик Сигал, специальный представитель Министерства иностранных дел Российской Федерации по гуманитарным связям.
Some say I am merely a Russian puppet, a propaganda tool. They had their hands so far up my ass and that Vladimir Putin doesn't even like me. To that I say, "Niet, baby."
I just said he's the greatest world leader. He's the greatest.
What do you think the future will be like?
With President Putin, it will be the best.
What would you tell Americans about Putin right now and his fifth term?
I'm very looking forward to it. Spectacular, brilliant, selfless leadership that our president has given to the motherland could not be calculated and described with mere words. What many people do not know is that I am more than just an action star and political genius saving the world.
You just say that because you're jealous and bitter. I'll remind me because I had your sister and a babysitter.
I've also been regarded as one of the greatest blues musicians to ever live.
So I invited him to come up and play. He did. He's very good at playing the guitar.
It was once said my guitar playing was better than Clapton's or Stevie Ray Vaughan. Said by me, but it was still said.
Someone took me to a restaurant and I had to eat something fast. I ordered me some chicken, they gave me alligator ass. Tango chicken barbecue, I've been down the road before. I ain't Tango chicken barbecue, I've been down the road before.
Described as one of the greatest entrepreneurs of our era, I successfully launched an energy drink that failed miserably but did allow me to frolic with multiple young women.
Good to be the king, isn't it? And guess what? This could happen to you if you drank Lightable.
I have been recognized as multiple forms of a godlike creature, including the reincarnation of a 17th century knowledge and treasure keeper. Yeah, I am a lama, I'm a tuku, I'm a rinpoche, and I have studied Buddhism and Zen my whole life. I was the first civilian to disarm a nuclear bomb. And I even fucking save birds that are stuck indoors in trees. Now I live a quiet life. I no longer make movies that no one sees.
Real fucked up, kind of bizarre combination of monkey shit.
Are you really as good as they all say you are?
Every once in a while.
Although I still considered myself ethnic fluid, I pretty much settled into being a full-blown Russian now. Campaign on a secret, very top secret level was mounted. 50 people were paid to say all kinds of things about me to destroy me. I'm not going to put up with that.
Actually, I'm going to the U.S. on tonight.
I don't go to the U.S. I'm Russian.
Okay.
I'm Russian. There are fools out there that think I defected to Russia to avoid certain allegations that were thrown at me.
And in terms of your life in America, you've been very much caught up in all the allegations of sexual harassment. You had a rape allegation against you, and I wonder how you deal with all that. Hello, Steven Seagal.
Others claim that I don't want to pay the SEC money for the crypto scam I was promoting.
No, Steven Seagal is apparently dangerous for another reason. This crypto scam bilked investors out of $11 million and paid action star Steven Seagal to promote it. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Steven Seagal scammed people with crypto.
Either way, suck my fat nuts, you jerks. Haters will always hate. Some say my career is over, but remember this, Steven Seagal is hard to kill. If I must, I will snatch every motherfucker birthday before I fade into obscurity.
But it might could be an illusion.
Can I laugh in your face?
Steven Seagal is here to save the world and make everything ace. Steven Seagal was born with the blood of almost every single race. Disarming nuclear bombs, or freeing birds stuck in trees.